Hello and welcome back. In our last class of history, we have learned about the Battle of Plassey. Nawab Sirajuddaula was defeated and he was assassinated, and Mir Jafar was made the Nawab of Bengal by the British. Do everything settle down in Bengal after that? So let's find it out today. What happened next in Bengal? East India Company's main objective was to do trade in India. They were not interested in ruling the territory. They only wanted puppet Nawabs. Mir Jafar was not as supportive as Company wanted him to be. Mir Jafar protested after some time and Company disposed him. Mir Qasim was placed as the Nawab of Bengal. Mir Qasim also started resisting Company's demands. He was no longer behaving as a puppet ruler. So, in the Battle of Buxar in 1764, he was defeated and Mir Qasim was driven out and Mir Jafar was made the Nawab of Bengal again. Now, Mir Jafar had to pay 5 lakhs for every month, but Company wanted more. To finance its wars and to meet the demands of trade and so on so forth, Company wanted more territories, more revenue. And after the death of Mir Jafar, Clive declared, "We must indeed become Nawabs ourselves," as this system of puppet Nawab was failed. Now let's find out what happened next. After this, in 1765, Mughal Emperor appointed Company as the Diwan of the province of Bengal. Now, how this assumption of Diwani benefited East India Company? We'll find out in our next topic. Assumption of Diwani benefited East India Company in many ways. With revenue of Bengal, Company can purchase goods, save their gold and silver. They can also maintain army and use money for building the Company's forts and offices in Calcutta. They can also pay salaries to Indian workers in the Company. Now, for purchasing goods in India, East India Company has to use gold and silver coins earlier, and this was their major problem. Now, Company can use vast resources of Bengal and it can save their gold and silver. This also solved the major problem of the East India Company. Now let's see the third topic of the day, and that is Company officials became Nawabs. Now, how this could be possible? Let's find out. It means those who managed to return to Britain after serving in India with wealth and led fleshy lives and flaunted their riches, they were called Nawabs in Britain. One example was Robert Clive. When he went back to England after completing his services in India, he was a wealthy man. Now, actually, many of them came from humble background, and their uppermost desire was to earn as much as they can in India and go back to their country and lead a comfortable life. So with this, we come to an end of our today's class. What happened next? How East India Company expanded its power in India, we will find out in our next class. Till then, keep smiling and keep studying.